Alright, here we are finally. The final tier, tier 15. Let's start with head-to-head at Silverstone, the international circuit. And our opponent for the race is going to be Heat. Alright, so just a quick single lapper head-to-head. It shouldn't take too long. Yeah, being able to run the entire, majority of this special or limited time series in green, right, makes the process go much smoother and quicker. So that's been nice. You know what? They should do that for every limited time series. I would really appreciate that if they did that every single time. But, oh well. Alright. Anyway, we got a race to win. So, overtaking our opponent as we head into Hangar Straight, which is, of course, the fastest section of the track. So, be a good place to overtake. If you lose him there, it gets increasingly difficult. And nice and close win. Is it necessary? Probably not at this point, but for the sake of consistency, we'll stay close to our opponents. Minute 16 is more or less our opponent's lap time, since I was keeping pace with Heat. So yep. So that would be good enough for. That is good enough for the. Let's see. It took out 2.5 service bars. So good to know. The amount of service bars, different tracks, different number of laps take out throughout this series here. So that's something. So moving on. Up next, we got autocross at Hong Kong circuit. Afternoon, meh. I think it's just a little hazier. Is that the idea? And we got 31 seconds and change as the target to beat. And we start at right after the turn 2, right? So right after the bridge. So we got a little notch of a corner. So we got turn 3 and 4. And then we get a 90-degree turn 5, and then of course we get a hairpin number 2, which is turn 6 here. And then the 2 left-hander hard 90-degree going under bridge both times. And then of course after that is where you're gonna see the finish line. 31 seconds. We'll finish nice and close. Take our time there. And add 1 to our team score. Autocross Annihilation team event going on currently. Not really actively participating. And this track certainly wouldn't be the track of choice to do it on either, since it, each win takes a lot longer than, let's say, like 12 to 15 second range. But what it is good for is one step closer to winning this car. So that is gold trophy number 44 out of 45. So just one more gold trophy remain. And that is going to be won by that final cup race. As you can see, 97% complete. I could do 70 gold skip, but that's silly. Yes, PR required is going to be 53.6, which I have met exactly. So here's the way, one more time, a recap of the upgrade scheme, right? So 21 upgrades in total. Was 185 gold was the cost, but we get 60 of it back. And we got this final 3-lapper cup race at Daytona motorcycle course. And as oftentimes the case, it's going to be a rolling start. And let's see, how deep can we push in the first corner? Okay, pretty good. Nice smooth arc. We'll take the inside there. Then overtake the first place. Right. And then of course motorcycle course, we do cut across the big chunk of the outer rim, so we kind of do our thing inside here, but then we're heading out towards, at this point, almost the opposite side of the outer rim where we started. So as we come out, we're going to be heading right into that chicane on the outer rim. So, well, of course, the fastest section on this track is almost always after the outer rim chicane, the final chicane, right? So let's see, 300, 310, and going, 325, 326, and I probably should slow down. Did I miss my, yep, I missed my braking point. But at least we got to see, you know, how fast we can go there. I know, not exactly the cleanest break from the chicane, but this car does handle pretty well, so I was able to jump back on the gas relatively early coming out of the final chicane. So let's see, considering this is the last race for this limited time series, not terribly concerned about bot training. So we'll just focus on, see how fast we can push this car and what kind of lap time we can get here. So, alright, one more time, stay on, yes, okay, maybe that was not the best. See, I was making an adjustment because I felt like first lap maybe I could have pushed it a little bit harder, and then so I did, and that was a little bit too much. So obviously this time I won't be able to hit quite as high of a top speed, and of course I know I had to brake a little bit earlier. Okay, at least I didn't hit the wall, but still skidded off track there. Now the final lap, let's see, I didn't pay attention to the actual lap time, I should have looked at that. Yeah, I don't think any of the laps are going to have all that great of a lap time, because each lap I made some sort of a bad mistake. I mean, lap 1 was actually probably the cleanest one, but of course then again, that lap we had the, you know, rolling start, so that adds to the lap time and negotiating through the traffic. Speaking of, now we're beginning to lap some of the traffic that we had earlier. But as I was saying, first lap is not going to be the best lap generally, because either you're starting from standing still or you're starting further back on the track. So of course that means that adds to your lap time. So at least your first lap shouldn't be the best lap if you're doing it properly. But anyway, that wraps up this final cup race of the limited time series here for the win. So gold trophy number 45 took 4 minutes and 40 seconds. So it's, let's say, one of the longer races we've had for this event. Not the longest, but one of the longer ones, right? Because we've had some shorter, quick cup races, which is definitely nice to have around. Alright, so best lap was minute 26, good 24 seconds ahead of the second place. And yeah, as expected, almost the full green bars taken out for that 3-lapper. And mind you, motorcycle course, I believe, is one of the shorter. It's definitely shorter than the road course, I think. So yeah, Daytona, lengthy. They're really, I mean, outer rim obviously is, the speedway is very fast, but still not short, you know. Anyway, there's the final gold trophy, 100% completion, 30 gold plus 40,000 racing dollars for rewards, and of course the grand prize of the car itself, Porsche 959 Sport. That was a, yeah, this was a fun car, and as I always say, having an option to customize, and also the fact that they gave us the racing dollar offer for customizing is definitely a plus. And the instant free service definitely came in very, very handy. So not the most expensive car in the garage, so even if you're not someone who's been playing for years on end, this car is, definitely should be within your reach. So let's see, there we go, the final tier 15 all complete. So congratulations, and we'll see you in next video. Take care.